Awesome. What are we looking at next, Nick?
Across the street, it's going to be a 370-yard dogleg to the right, par 4, with a big bunker on the right.
So if you're starting a brand, the thing that people always think about is getting it into the hands or getting it onto the bags of tour players.
Yeah.
And you've had some success with that early on, even.
Yeah.
What do you think is the key to that?
Enough. Yeah. I have a few friends on tour that obviously like me, and the stuff I'm doing, I'm not a clothing line yet, so I'm just an accessory line, so they can actually use my product.
Right. They might have a deal
interfere with
their
contracts. Yeah. So that's been the cool part about it.
All right, what are you trying? Are you fading this one, or?
Yeah, so this is, again, there's a huge bunker on the right, and you'll see when you get to the green, you want to be in the fairway here. So I'm hitting it at the trees on the left, and it's going to peel one out there to the right.
Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. In my mind, anyway.
It's a little left, okay, but it won't hurt me.
All right, so Nick, and as a guy that has hanged around Tiger Woods and then also a lot of PGA Tour pros and then mini tour pros as well, the thing I was wondering is, because we always hear that like Tiger and Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, we always hear that they beat everybody else to the gym, they work harder than everybody else, but you also know a lot of other tour pros and stuff. Do you think that Tiger's work ethic is like markedly more than other guys, or do you just think he's a lot more talented than the other guys?
He outworked everyone in the gym. He brought fitness to golf. When he first came out, he was the only one in the gym. Maybe Greg Norman, Gary Player, but everyone else was sitting in the bar after the round, having a burger and a beer while Tiger's in the gym pumping iron. But nowadays, I mean, it's everyone's in the gym, so you don't see one guy not going to the gym. Even the bigger guys are trying to get fit and flexible, because obviously you can play this game for a long time at a high level, a la Phil Mickelson. Mm-hmm. So, and Phil's been fortunate; he hasn't had any injuries, and I think that's comes from he doesn't lift very much weight or heavy weight. Yeah, he does a lot of stretching and yoga and other aspects where he can just keep his body limber and lean, where you get a guy that's buff like a Brooks Koepka, where it's sort of now he's gotten really buff. He slimmed down a little bit this year and then got back to being a little bigger. We'll see what happens. I mean, obviously it's not hurting him right now, he's winning everything, but you know, Tiger's had how many surgeries, and probably can say that has something to do with the time he's put in the gym. Yeah, going a little too hard. I spent a day with Tiger practicing, and he spent 6 hours on the driving range and 3 hours on the putting green. Mm-hmm. And I was exhausted watching him. Right. And he could have gone a few more hours if he wanted to, but that's the kind of work he puts in. You can't get that good without putting in the work. Yeah, for sure. Okay, 135, but you only need to hit at 115. Okay. So this green slopes from left to right big time. So you see the tall tree out there, way out in the distance? Yeah, the thin one? Yeah. Yeah. So it's in between the power poles? Yep. Okay, just right of that. And hit it 115, 120 yards. Yeah, great. So that's enough. It's going to be really close. Go, go. A little short. Oh, yeah. That was the right line. I had the big club and just did a little too easy. As you know, I've been so fixated on impact, I've kind of forgotten about how hard to hit things sometimes. But the impact was good, so I liked it. Okay. So this is why I play conservative golf. I hit a bad shot and I just hit it to a foot. Yeah. You were aiming 15 feet left, and you hit a bad shot that went real close. Yeah, very good. Now, if you had gone for the stick and then hit that same push, where would you be? Short-sided, plugged in the bunker, and making a 5 or a 6. So you go from 3 to 5 or 6 right there. That's the beauty of playing conservative. All right, Nick, make this instructional a little bit. Let's do a thing where we kind of have a chipping contest from here. Yeah.
Okay, like I said on that approach shot, recently in my entire golf game, I've been like obsessed with impact. And I think you're right with the chipping. I think that's been hurting me on the chipping a little bit because it almost gives you that, I don't want to say the word, but you know what I'm talking about, at the bottom. So here, in my mind, as I'm going through the shot, my brain focus should be where?
Your landing spot.
Okay.
So where I want the ball to land, the trajectory you're going to hit it at to make it roll that far, and then from there just try to execute. I'm not worried about too much about impact here because it's a small shot, and especially if you get too much forward shaft lean, you're going to stick that club in the ground. So coming in pretty neutral, seeing the trajectory you want to land it, and just try to execute.
All right, let's do it.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Man, I wouldn't want to hit it again, that's for sure. That's pretty good. I really like that. Because normally I'm like, oh, this has got to be so precise at the bottom.
Yeah, no, I'm not. If you're focused so much on contact, you're probably going to miss hit it. So more focused on the landing spot and just trying to execute. I think more about trajectory than I think about what the club's going to do at the bottom, because too many thoughts and too many like real specific thoughts, I'm going to sort of maybe even flinch or do something at the bottom where we don't want to do. It's not going to happen. So I'm going to go a little different route. Let's see what happens. But I have a lob wedge in my hand. I'm going to hit a little low runner with the lob wedge. I'm going to take it out to the left.
It's burning. And now the slope is taking it.
Slope takes it down there, and I might have got you there.
Yeah, I think you clipped my ass on that one. Very good. All right, guys, so we're on the signature hole. We've skipped around a little bit. Where are we?
This is the 14th hole at Virginia.
14th hole at Virginia Country Club in Long Beach. And tell us a little bit about it, Nick.
So it's 2 greens. They have a right green and a left green. The left green is fairly new since the redesign. It's got a tree in the middle of the fairway they got to carry. It's reachable. It's only 300 yards for the long hitter, but it's a risk-reward hole. So you can hit the green and make a 2 or a 3 very easily. But if you miss it right or left, there's a possibility of making a 6. So most of the time the whole place downwind like it is today. So I'm gonna put one up in the sky and send it and see what happens. You're right, baby.
Is that perfect or what?
Right,
it looks really good. Oh, the focus didn't get it.
Smoked it.
No, I mean we got the shot, but I was trying to zoom in to see where it landed, and it was taking too long to focus. But
too many shadows.
All right, so that's the line I want. So it's basically over that
over
tree.
The tree. As hard as you can, over the tree, and as high as you can.
Listen, that sounds fun. Ah, shoot! I'm going at the wrong green.
Going at the wrong green, but you'll be all right.
Nick flew it. That's the spot you flew on the fly into that dip there. It did a little bounce and then rolled back here.
Yeah. So
you got to really put it in the air. It's almost as tall as you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hit a high little soft shot. I only have about 10 feet of green to work with, but this is a shot where it's not that difficult. I mean, a lot of amateur golfers think this is a really difficult shot. You're not really even hitting the golf ball. So the tendency for golfers, they get scared in the bunker. They try to help it out of the bunker and they hit ball first, or they hit 6 inches behind the ball and the ball doesn't go anywhere. So a big tip for all of you out there is, and when I'm in the bunker, my weight, the majority of my weight is on my left knee and it stays there. If it goes backwards, guess what? My swing bottom gets too far behind the ball and I'm not gonna have the results I want. So weight left, open the face, and then I'm just gonna thump the sand.
Oh, really good. Almost a 2.
Almost a 2.
But a guaranteed 3. There you go. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, same thing here, Nick. I'm just gonna, the way this ground feels, like I'm really liking that like semi-fat slide shot almost, right?
Yeah, just using the bounce of the club. I mean, that's what it's designed to do. So it's like an airplane. You don't want the airplane to land on its front wheels. You want it to land on its back wheels. So
right.
You want that back of that wedge hit the ground first, and then the leading edge can get underneath the ball.
And set up for success, but then keep your mind in the
Yeah, just pick
spot.
your landing spot and go. Trust it. Nice. Very good. Nice par. Nice save.
Thanks. That time, Nick, I like somewhat accidentally hit the shot that you hit on purpose the other hole. So the other hole you hit a 60-degree spin shot.
Yeah.
A low spinner. So how do you hit that shot? Like, what is the key to hitting that? Because that's a pretty nifty shot to have.
Yeah. So in order to hit the low spinner, my sternum needs to be in front of the golf ball. Okay. So this club is going to be sliding underneath the ball. And again, I'm trying to come in with this club face neutral. I don't want to feel like I'm adding loft to it or de-lofting it, because again, that's taking spin off of the ball. So I'm gonna feel like I open the face and come in neutral. And again, when I hit these shots, I got a little bit of speed behind it. Weight forward. And I just keep rotating.
This is my question. When you hit this shot, I'll give you another one. What are the forces that are keeping the ball from just, like, because I can see the face is open and it's 60 degrees anyway, so you're presenting like almost like 80 degrees aloft there.
Yeah.
What are the forces that's keeping it from going straight in the air?
Well, think about this. If this was the handle was the boat and the club head was the skier behind the boat, you never want the skier to pass the boat. Okay? If that happens, you're adding way too much loft, the ball's gonna go up into the air, right? I want to feel like the boat and the skier sort of maintain that same relationship throughout the swing, and the club doesn't pass my body or pass my handle. It stays neutral. The two things in order to make it spin is solid contact, and again, the loft not changing at impact. Right? If that loft is being added at impact, the ball's going to go too high.
And if it gets de-lofted too much,
no spin.
Show us one more time.
Yeah. Face open, weight forward, sternum in front, and again, I'm just taking my chest and rotating.
Oh, that was great. Really good action there. Okay, cool. So Nick, tell us a little bit about the history of this golf course.
Yeah, so founded in 1909. It was founded at Rec Park. Rec Park was the first Virginia country club. And
which is where we're having the Be Better Golf Open. Yeah.
So that was the first Virginia country club. And then they moved over here, I believe, in like 1916.
Okay.
But it's been here for 100 years. Redesigned a few years back, but it's a great golf course. It's an old school tilling house. Short on the short side, it's like 6,600, but it plays longer than that. There's a few holes where you got to hit an iron or a fairway wood off the tee.
The same guy that designed Wingfoot and other places designed this place.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. That's cool.
And we'll get to a hole that's sort of a signature for tilling house. He has a hole on every golf course he designed that didn't have a bunker on it.
No bunker at all.
A par 5 with no bunker. So our 18th hole here has no bunkers. It has a blind second shot or a blind third shot for some people. And pretty neat hole, but it's definitely tilling house design. All right, I got 145 yards. I got a 9-iron that's downwind. So again, I'm pretty conservative, but this flag is literally right in the middle of the green, so I'm gonna go at this flag. If I push it or pull it, I'm gonna have 20 feet. So we'll go right at it.
That looks great.
Yeah.
Okay, and it curved towards it. That was really good.
Got a little draw in there.
Oh shoot!
You slipped.
Not wearing my golf shoes. So Nick, tell us what's the next thing for the golf company, Pure. Right now, if you go to purebynb.com, we'll see alignment stick covers, head covers, hats, and
tour towels.
Tour towels. So
and all that will be available at the Be Better Golf Open. For you to either purchase or to win. So we're gonna hand out some nice prizes. I got some swag for you guys. I got some cool little items where you can take home and show your friends. But the next step is just to sort of grow it and see. I'm trying to get it outside of Long Beach. Long Beach has been great. I've been born and raised here, and the golf community loves it and it's been supporting me. But
it's very like a hyper local thing. They would call it.
And once it gets, if I can get a couple guys on tour using some stuff, we'll see if there's a little traction there, and maybe grow it into a clothing brand or something.
Now, how do you get somebody, if you don't have a lot of money just to give them outright, how do you get somebody on tour wearing your stuff without giving away a piece of your company.
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
A lot of businesses I've heard, well, you know, my great knowledge of business from Shark Tank, have given away pieces of their business early on.
Yeah.
And things like vitamin water and Beats by Dre, that's worked out great. But in other things, it's been a disaster. So
yeah, you know, I'm learning as we go, because this is brand new to me. I've never owned a company before, but I'm not to the point yet where we can sort of
have an endorsement.
Give an endorsement to a PGA Tour player. We'd like to get there, and hopefully that happens sooner than later. But it's all about people you know and who you know, and if they like the product, then they're gonna support you and hopefully use it. So
yeah, that's the main thing. Just concentrate on making a quality thing that's cool, and
I think
the good stuff will come.
The logo is pretty cool. It can mean a number of things in the golf business. It came from me for playing some pure golf courses, but you can hit pure golf shots. You can have a pure golf swing.
Pure burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, there's a lot of there's nothing negative to say about the name. So I love it. It's been a fun thing to grow and see people wear it. It's cool to feel. I get pictures all the time. People send me text messages of random people wearing the hat.
All over the world.
Yeah. So far, yeah. I've been in Europe, been in all around. So it's cool.
Oh, you didn't hit it. Oh.
Right in the jaws.
Yeah, that was good.
Right in the jaws.
I'd like to have the feeling from the fringe that I do all over the court.
I've never even heard of that. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
That's just the mindset.
Yeah, I guess so.
Look at that. He called it. Almost.
Still a good putt.
Good par.
Happy with the par there. See, I'm like, any 3 is very good, like, because it's a small number and it goes on the card. So any 3 is good. I can barely stand here. Okay, it's hard to see on camera.
So I got 50 yards, probably straight downhill. I have a 6-iron. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit a low one, bounce into the hill, and hopefully the hill kills it.
Are you still gonna be landing it in the short grass or in the rough?
I'm gonna try to land it in the short grass.
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Sort of have it just kill it, and
yeah, that's cool.
see what happens. 6 iron for 50 yards.